All right, here we go. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel for a special episode. I don't know if I'm going to be making regular episodes again or if it's just going to be one-offs from time to time. But yeah, I'm here with my buddy Nick. Nick, you want to say hi to YouTube? And yeah, we left Portland this morning and drove 8 hours. We're now in Reno, on our way to Vegas tomorrow. And tonight we're gonna stay and play at the Pepper Mill. And yeah, hopefully we run good. Let's go. All right, let's check out the room. All right. Pretty nice. This is the view on Reno. What's up, Reno? And yeah, so we're gonna chill here for like 30 minutes before heading down to the poker room. All right, let's get into the poker action. So this is one of the few venues where I was allowed to film. So we're gonna go with the proper vlogging format for this one. So in this first hand, I pick up Ace Jack of Diamonds, under the gun 1. I open to 10, and I get called in 3 spots. We go 4 ways to the flop, which comes Jack 3-4 with 2 spades. It checks to me. I continue for 20. I get called in 2 spots. The turn comes the deuce of spades, which completes the flush. It checks to me. I decide to check back. And then this late position player, kind of OMC, older gentleman type, leads for 40. Big blind folds. I decide to call and reevaluate on the river. River comes the 7 of clubs. I check. My opponent checks back. And they show Jack 9 of clubs, so I'm going to take this one down. In this one, I pick up pocket kings on the button. There's 3 players that limp. I make it 15 to go, and I get called by the cutoff. We go heads up to a flop of 3, 9, Jack, 2 diamonds. Checks to me. I bet 20, and a cutoff folds. Sadly, won't get much more value here. Here, I pick up Ace King of clubs in the hijack. 2 players limp. A middle position player opens to 10. Low Jack calls. I 3-bet to 45, and the original raiser and the caller both make the call, so we go 3 ways to a flop, a 4-5-5 rainbow. It checks to me. I decide to check back on this one. The turn comes the 7 of hearts, putting 2 hearts on the board. It checks to the low jack, and they lead for 35. And, you know, I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit because I strongly considered calling here, even though we're 3 ways. I think the middle position player, when they check twice, they're going to be weak. The low jack leading here, I thought there was a good chance they were on the flush draw. But in these kind of games, you never really know what kind of hands people are going to show up with. And so I felt like calling was meh. Looks like if I don't hit an ace or a king on the river, I'm probably going to have to give up. Definitely playing pretty passively in this first session, but yeah, I decided to fold even though my gut told me it was a flush draw. Decided to find a better spot to put my chips in the middle, and after I fold, the middle position player snap calls. And then the river comes the 3 of clubs. They both check. Fuck. And yeah, the low jack shows Jack 10 of hearts for a busted flush draw. And the middle position player is going to take it down with Ace Jack offsuit. So, yeah, made a bad fold. And clearly this middle position player knows what he's doing because, yeah, he just called with Ace High. So, teach me your ways, Sensei. In this one, I pick up another premium, pocket kings at the cutoff. 2 players limp. I raise to 15. And I get the button and the middle position limper to call. We go 3 ways to a flop of king, 3, deuce. And the middle position player donk jams for 24. And this is fucking irritating, man. Like, why do you only have 24 behind? And why do you donk lead, bro? Because obviously I'm going to make the call. But the problem with that is now the button is going to find like a lot of folds here because obviously once I call, you know, I'm not a GTO guy. I'm not a pro. But, you know, I just get the sense that once I call the all-in, you know, that's going to restrict the range of hands that the button is going to call with. And so it's going to eliminate a lot of hands that they could have called with, like a middle pair or something, if they were a non-believer. But anyway, the button folds, and so we go to a turn, which is a 7 diamonds, river, which is deuce of spades, gives me a boat, and yeah, my hand is good. In this one, I pick up pocket aces in middle position, 2 players limp. I open to 15, and I get a late position player, the button, and one of the 2 limpers to call. So we go 4 ways to the flop, which is not ideal. It comes 9-3-4 rainbow. It checks to me. Very dry board, so I think it's pretty safe to bet small here. So I continue for 25. And the OMC player in late position raises me to 75. It folds back to me. I'm obviously not folding yet, so I make the call. Turn comes the 7 of clubs. I check, and they now bet 125. And yeah, I'm just hating life here. I mean, I have 231 behind, so I think calling was out of the question. This is a spot where I think it's either a fold or a jam. I just kept going back and forth on the decision because this is like an older gentleman, so typically older people tend to play a little bit tighter, and on the other hand, they had shown a propensity to overplay sometimes, especially like top pair hands and things like that. And I did seriously consider at one point that they might be overplaying pocket 10s, maybe pocket jacks. But since I only made it 15 pre-flop, it's also very possible that they're in here with pocket 9s, pocket 3s, pocket 4s. Could they be in with some goofy hand like 3-4 suited? I don't know. But yeah, after thinking about it for a long while, I folded. And this player left the table soon after, and I asked them what they had. They said pocket 10s. What a nit. And the final interesting hand of the session, I pick up 7-5 suited. Middle position, I just decide to limp. And so do 6 other players. And so we're going 7-handed to a flop of 4-5-7 2 spades, a flop 2 pair. So it checks to me, I bet 10. I get called in 2 spots. Turn is the 3 of spades. Not ideal. Completes a whole bunch of draws. 6 makes a straight. Spades make a flush. Action checks around. River comes the queen of clubs. It checks to me. I check, hoping to get the showdown. But the button decides to bet 25. The other player folds, and in this spot, I kind of leveled myself a little bit because this was one of the more aggressive, competent players at the table. And I think in this situation where it goes check, check, and they're on the button, I think that incentivizes them to bluff a lot. Just go for it. Although admittedly, I think they would probably pick a bigger sizing if they were bluffing. So I decided to look them up, and of course they show Jack Deuce of spades. I actually wrapped up this session because I met a couple of fans, subscribers of the channel that wanted to take a picture, and I'm always happy to oblige. If you see me at a poker table and you want to come take a picture, don't hesitate. Just come say hi. So here's a guy called Raja. He has a slot channel called The Big Jackpot. And here are Matt and his son EJ. Very, very nice guys. Super friendly. Really adorable people. And they also have a channel called Vegas Matt, I believe. I'll throw a link to their channels in the description. So make sure to check them out. Go support them. Always happy to support other YouTubers. All right, so we just finished the cash session. Down 200. Played bad, to be honest. Made some bad folds, some bad calls. Now we're about to get some food at Cafe Milano. Apparently the French dip is pretty good here, so I think we're gonna try that. So we got some French dip action here. I'm gonna give it a 6. Yeah, 6 out of 10. It's all right. It's not the best. What about you? Breakfast for dinner? 6. A 6. All right. We got an average of 6 out of 10 for Cafe Milano. I just gave Nick $100, and he's gonna put $100 to play blackjack because the tables here are 3-2, single deck, whatever. I don't know a whole lot about blackjack, to be honest, but Nick does, and so hopefully he can run up some money and we can recoup some of our losses from tonight. We'll see how it goes. All right, so we're leaving the blackjack table with 100. Nick's got 100, so we got our 200.
I sit down and the guy's like immediately like, oh, you gotta wait till the end of the shoe, huh? The first thing they look for is whether or not the guy waits till the end of the shoe. Poker players, they automatically flag as card counters. And then the guy's making comments on every single bet that I make. So like, he's basically pointing to me and saying that guy's a card counter. But it's okay, we broke even, it's fine. That first shoe was good. It was super positive, +7 the whole, like +6, +7 the whole time. I kept pumping the bets up, and then we kept getting bad beat on them, so we were good to break even.
1:15 in the morning, so we're gonna head to bed, get up early tomorrow morning, and get on the road to Vegas. All right, back in the room. Quick recap of day one of this WSOP road trip. We're down 200, but we got to meet Vegas Matt and Raja. Totally did not know that we're here. This was amazing. And meeting them will definitely make this visit to Peppermill memorable. Tomorrow morning, we'll head to Vegas for more tournament cash game action. See you there.